Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I surprised y'all, I know. We're doing a live. I didn't tell you. Surprise, surprise. This is a special edition of Straight Talk, and I am so happy to have two guests on today. And well, first, let me ask, how's your week been? I hope everyone is enjoying San Diego, California, if you're here or wherever you're at. If you're not here in the sun with us, I don't know what to tell you. You should move. That's all I can say. Everyone talks about how expensive it is, but we pay for the weather. It's not the property. Everyone thinks it's a property. We pay for the weather. All right. But I want to make sure that you know right now that I have two individuals. I consider them fitness gurus. All right. I haven't allowed them yet to, you know, take care of this body. I know can't get all the muscles in the camera. I understand. I'm not too wide lens, but I just want you to know that these are two fitness gurus, and I'm going to introduce them right now. All right. Our guest today is Jovon Quarles and Lexy Zuniga. They are the founders and owners of Elite Seal Fit. They are two successful entrepreneurs, with Jovan being a retired Navy SEAL of 22 years. Now, my heart is there with Jovan. I'm retired 22 years as well. I wasn't a SEAL, I tried out for it, but that's another story. Um, but he's got a degree in organizational leadership, a fitness expert, and social media influence. And Lexi is a mom, a fitness competitor, personal trainer, a nutrition expert with a degree in dietetics. I was worried about saying that word, but I got it. And nutrition, and was featured in the San Diego Voyager magazine as one of San Diego's rising success stories. So I want you guys to help me welcome them to the show. Once again, this is Jovan and Lexi. And hello, you guys. How you doing?
We are
Hi.
doing good.
All
Really
right,
good,
all
really good.
right.
Happy to be here.
Yes. If and I'm gonna just put this out there for Javon. Um, trying to show me up there with all the muscles on the screen. So you got a wide angle. That's why they can't see mine, because I don't have a wide angle screen. But that's okay. That's all right. So, I, what's been going on, guys? What's been happening?
What? Well, I mean, things are great. Where we're getting ready to move to San Diego. Business is really climbing, and we're happy to be here. I'm excited to be here,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't wait to kind of give the people of the San Diego area and everywhere else around the country everything that we're doing right now, because we're trying to really give back to the people, especially now that I'm retired. And I know Lexi has a lot of energy in her and a lot of knowledge that she's really ready to give out to a lot of the ladies out there. So I'm gonna just let Lexi go ahead and tell her piece of it. But we're ready. We're excited. I'm excited to be here. So thanks a lot, Thomas.
All right. Well, one of the things I gotta ask before you get into it, Lexi, is I want you to tell me now. You said that you guys are moving here.
Mhm.
Okay. So I need to know right now, where are you guys at?
So I'm from Los Angeles right now, and Jovan is right now in Vegas. We actually met probably about a year ago through our nutrition company that we fully believe in, that we love, that we actually are a part of with Elite Seal Fit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just kind of went from there, and we decided, hey, let's do this thing fully. And now we're moving to San Diego, so we're so excited to get started, not just in San Diego, but I mean physically, yes, but throughout the whole country. So we just can't wait.
Okay. All right. So where are you at exactly, Lexi, right now?
So Los Angeles County, I'm in Whittier, California, for
Okay.
Hacienda Heights area. So
Gotcha. Jovan,
I'm
where are
I'm
you
in.
at?
I'm out here in Las Vegas right now, currently.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm not trying to rush you or put you on the spot. When will you guys be here in San Diego?
I'm gonna let Lexi.
Um, yeah, we'll be there in July. So beginning of July, we'll already be there, settled in, and ready to go.
All right. All right. Fantastic. So um, I want to find out a little bit about both. So, Javon, I want you to get everyone there as far as you being a Navy SEAL. All right. I want you to tell us a little bit about that, how it started, and everything else.
Awesome. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, Thomas, I started this journey back and I hate to say it, y'all gonna know my age, 1999, when I was raised with my grandparents on the East Coast,
Mm-hmm.
Washington D.C., all the way down to North Carolina, and my
Okay.
grandmother was the one who pushed me into the military. So jumped into the military, and at the time, initially, I was a engineer. I was a part of the Seabees in the Navy. That's all I knew. That's what the recruiter gave me initially.
Okay.
But then I got a chance to work with the SEAL teams a few years later, and that's when I saw what I really wanted to be. Because as an engineer was great, but I wasn't very happy with that because I didn't feel complete. I've always been
Okay.
a very physical guy, agile guy, athlete growing up in school. So I was looking for something more than just the common thing.
Right.
So when the teams came, I went on deployment and I saw that part of it that, you know what, this is what I really want to do because I really wanted to find something that I can affect the world. I want to give something to the world. Lexi and
Okay.
I wants to give something to the world. So next thing you know, I tried out, I put in my paperwork to cross rate. And long story short, I graduated my class, top of my class. I am known as the first black candidate to graduate Navy SEAL, which is BUDS, the
I'm
base
gonna,
basic.
I'm gonna need you to say that one more time.
I graduated top of my class, and I am the first black male to ever do that at a BUDS program, which is
All
BUDS stands
right.
for Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL. That's what it stands for. And
All right.
even right here, this little plaque here is the little award for graduating top of my class that I have in my office right now. So
Okay.
my helmet was sent to the Navy SEAL Museum in Fort Pierce, Florida. So if anyone wants to go there, I don't know if it's still there now because they always renovating the area, but I definitely have the pictures and everything from out there when it was in the display. So it's awesome to have. And not only that, I graduated the second portion of the program, which is called SQT, which means SEAL Qualification Training. I also graduated that as top of my class as well. So I graduated both. Number one, first guy to ever do that in the SEAL program, especially as a black man. So that was been awesome for me.
Well,
And
congratulations. Congratulations. That in itself is inspiring because the biggest thing we like to do is have guests on that inspire people. And that just lets every young black boy, young man know that they could be that as well. They could be a SEAL if they want to. Uh,
that's right.
Definitely, definitely. And
That's right.
that is fantastic. So now, with that, you went to school while you were in the military, correct?
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir, I did. I went to got my bachelor's degree at the University of Charleston in organizational leadership. So I did that as well, and that was one of the things that I always wanted to impress my grandmother because, again, I was raised by my grandparents, but they never got the chance to see me graduate the program to be a SEAL.
Mm-hmm.
She never got a chance to see me, and actually, she also told me when I first told her about it. She told me not to do it because she knew how dangerous it was, and she
Right,
always cares about a baby.
right.
So she was like, no, I don't think you should do that. You need to stay away from that. But I went and did it anyway. But she passed away before I finished the program, so she didn't
Okay.
get a chance to see that.
She
So
saw you,
she was,
man. She saw you from up in heaven. She saw you, most
yeah, she
definitely.
did.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
she did.
And I'll just tell you real quick. You said you were telling your age and so forth. Um, I came in 19 whatever, and when I came in, what y'all laughing at? Okay, all right. Anyway, it was 1981. 2 days after graduating high school, my whole thing when I talked to a recruiter, I was like, I just need to, I love to swim and so forth. He says, you know what? You come in the Navy, we got pools. You can swim in the pools. I'm like, oh man, that sounds all right. Exercise and fun in the sun and everything. I was like, cool. Little did I know the only pool I would probably see was the one at boot camp. And I remember
Mm,
that the SEALs were in the pool with us. And what was funny was I was a ball company. So my whole company was from New York. I think I told you before, I was from Long Island.
yeah,
Okay. So being from
yeah.
Long Island, would you believe out of 82 guys, I was the only one that knew how to swim? Everybody else was from the city.
Oh wow, wow. That
Right.
yeah.
So, with that, they were like, and if you guys feel that you could possibly be a SEAL, we got one of the tests to see if you can move forward. I'm like, shoot, SEALs are in the water. I swim like a fish. Why did they tell me? And I don't know if they did it later on, but I know back in 1981, they had me trying to do push ups underwater, in which I could not leave the ground under the water. I had to keep my hands in contact. To say the least, that didn't work out, so I became a corpsman. Uh,
Mm.
okay, I became a corpsman. But yeah, that's a fantastic, fantastic story. Thank you for sharing that with us because that I know is something that you're proud of, and we're proud of you with it as well. Now, to Miss Lexi. All right. Now I gotta ask, because I was impressed. I was impressed when I'd read stuff and everything else. One of the things that I looked at was the fact that you are a fitness competitor, and I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, that was a lifetime ago. Now I'm a mom and I'm a busy mom at that. But um, I had just I had always admired people on stage. I've seen, all of the bodybuilding stuff, and I was like, man, I always thought, I never could do that. I could never do that because first of all, I'm very stage shy. Let's just say
Okay.
that. And prancing around in a bikini, that's another another story. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So I um I went for my first show. Oh, I want to say it was like 2013, maybe 2014. I'm not even really sure. It was a few years back,
Hmm.
and I did my whole prep, my whole everything. I was
I just
going
gotta
through it, and
say
I
you
was
don't
like,
look shy here. I just gotta say you don't look shy here. Okay.
there's nobody around watching me. So um yeah, so I did my show for the first time, and I was like, oh, okay, like that's now I got a feel for it. And then I actually fell in love with the sport. It's a sport for sure because it's a lot of discipline, a lot of mental discipline, not just
Hmm.
physical. So um then I became a vegan, and then I did a vegan bodybuilding show. And that was probably one of the toughest parts of my life because not only do you have to be super strict with your nutrition, but you
Right.
also have to, learn posing, do this, do that. So my whole nutrition changed, my whole program changed. And I did a 12-week prep, which is pretty normal. And then I went on stage and I did my thing, and it was very exhilarating, but it did bring me to where I am today because I did realize how how much it affected my mentality
Hmm.
and how much it affected my body. I kind of, with this sport, you can become addicted to something,
Right.
and my nutrition and my discipline, it was gym, work, nutrition, all of that, and then that's it,
Okay.
nothing else. And so I was like, you know what, I want to help people who are in this sport but don't want to come out of it with some type of addiction, which,
Okay.
whether that be nutrition addiction, whether that be gym addiction, because addiction is addiction, period.
Right.
And I found myself backpedaling after my last show, and I was like, this is not it. And I want to create something for females and males who go through this, because it's not just a female sport, obviously it's a male sport as well, so we all
Right.
go through this mental struggle.
Hmm.
So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get my nutrition degree, and I'm going to get my personal training certification. And so I did just that, and I've been teaching balance ever since then.
Excellent.
It's not about cutting out this and cutting out that and not enjoying your life.
Right.
I um I I've really put forth my heart into wanting to create something that could just be so beneficial for anybody and everybody out there. So that's literally how I got into this. And then, years later, I meet Jovon, and we just love what we love to do. And here we are.
That's ideal. Now I want you to give a shout out. Where'd you go and get your degree from?
I went to Cal State Northridge. So
Okay.
in the Valley, I'm a Valley girl from there.
Uh oh, don't make me start singing Valley Girl. Okay, all
Yes.
right. So, the one thing that you said, both of you mentioned the fact that, Javon, you said you wanted to help people and you love doing that. And Lexi, you said the same thing, that this is something that you love. And I always tell people when I speak about how people should start their business and so forth is find what you love and turn that into a business.
Hmm.
You know, when you're passionate about something, you'll put your all into it and people will see that and they receive the
Hmm.
benefits. So that's a fantastic, fantastic thing. Now, I want you guys to tell me how you came up with seal, elite seal fit?
Huh, well, that's a good question. So, um, I guess I would say it was kind of hit to me, and I woke up with it. Right? You
Hmm.
know, sometimes you just kind of wake up with certain ideas, or sometimes you can't even sleep because something is always on your mind.
Right.
And that's how it came to me, about creating something like that. Right? My mind
Hmm.
was already thinking seal fit, seal something, but I already knew there was seal fit out there. So, and knowing me and Lexi wanted to do something to this nature, and I wanted us to do this together, that we can really build and grow something like this. It just made sense. And then we started just thinking about names and all that stuff. And then the Elite Seal Fit came into play. And then poof, and then we created it. We worked on the website. You know, Lexi was really awesome with helping me with the nutrition piece, that she knows so much about that, more so than I do.
Hmm.
And we just kind of put everything together. And now we have a huge program. We're setting that up, and we're going to put coaching in that as well, just personal coaching, life coaching. So we have a lot of things that we want to give back to people, because we know, health is wealth, right?
Right.
Your health is how you're going to be able to live, and how you're going to be able to grow, and how you're going to be able to have, an abundance in life.
Right.
If your health isn't right, you're going to struggle. If your health isn't where you need it to be, you're going to not be able to do certain things that you want to do with your family and your friends. And Lexi and I, we love each other, and we really want to do more things in our lives, not just for us, but for other people as well, because we have a true sincerity to
Hmm.
see people grow, see people win, and we want to do that. And that's how we kind of came up with the name, and then we just kind of really started creating the program, and that's where things went with that. And here we are now, and I think it's awesome. And I think Lexi's right now currently wearing our new shirt that we're going to be rocking,
Okay.
the Elite Seal Fit. So things are moving, and we're excited about it, Thomas. So I mean, we just can't say anything more about it, just other than that we're blessed to have this opportunity to give this out to people, and that's what we're looking for.
Right. And I just put this picture up because the biggest thing that I love is when I see couples that are working together. And you said something, smart man, smart man. You said where you may not know everything or you may not be as strong. You said Lexi is strong with the nutrition. You know, that is the best thing you could ever say and show, hey, I don't have to do it all. You know, that's what I love about me and my wife. She has strengths that I don't have, and I have strengths that she doesn't have. And it makes the wheel turn smoothly. Smoothly.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
the one thing I want you to do is, in each of you, right now, you know, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, and I say the middle. I'm a nurse, and I know that this is not the end, unfortunately. But with us being in the pandemic, I want you to talk a little bit, Jovon, if you would, about how fitness can help you in your everyday with getting through this. And then, Lexi, I want you to talk a little bit about what people should be looking at nutrition wise. You know, just give them a little bit. Just give them a little bit. Lexi, we're gonna
Uh,
start with you, ma'am.
Absolutely. Well, um, you know that whenever the pandemic started, a lot of people were saying, a lot of people who will be affected are going to be those that are obese, those that are children, those that are already sick, so all of basically the spectrum of the Western world over here, because most people have some type of disposition, whether that be obesity, diabetes, not knowing how to raise your kids eating. It's so difficult, so I would say that nutrition is going to be one of the biggest things, because we fuel our body from the inside out. Correct. So if you start, deteriorating and whatever, it's going to take some time. But if you start investing in yourself, in your health, in your food, and your nutrition, you're basically just helping yourself grow.
Hmm.
You know, so you're helping yourself, like I said, from the inside out. You're starting with your gut, which is your microbiome. That's your second brain. Okay. Obviously, your first is in your head, your second is in your gut. So, whenever you eat something, your gut is telling your brain, this is how we're going to work with it within your body.
Right.
So, whenever you eat healthy, okay, healthy, whatever that means to anybody, whenever you eat your vegetables, your fruits, your grains, your proteins, all of that stuff, your macronutrients, your body can do with it what it will. But
Hmm.
whenever you're, let's say drinking excessively, which obviously a lot of Americans do. If you're eating a lot of junk food, processed food, boxed food, you will see these people starting to get sicker. So with the pandemic, these people who are not um, fueling their bodies or feeding their bodies what your body needs, those are the people who most likely will get sick
Right.
or will have been sick, but even for myself, I had a sick grandmother. I had a baby during the pandemic, during the rise of the pandemic. Um, and, my family and I, we never got COVID because I always was like, nope, no matter what, nutrition is going to be our number one priority because that is one thing I know that we can do.
Right. Right.
you know, whether that be, I know obviously we're not drinking because pregnancy, duh, but, no smoking, no drinking, nutrition. That's all that we're going to do. I walked every day. I exercise most days of the week, which
Mm-hmm.
I'll let Jovon get into. But I've always felt super healthy. I never really get sick. And I know it's because a lot of the time it's what I'm putting in my body. So,
Yes.
and then that comes into, our nutrition business, how we met and all that stuff that I'll, if we want to go into that later, we can, but, Jovan can go ahead and talk about the exercise part, but the nutrition is always where it's a starting point,
Fantastic.
so I would
Fantastic.
always say start with nutrition.
Good. Good. And I'm gonna just say real quick. My wife is right now. I believe she's doing a 3-day cleanse.
Hmm.
So she is a pescatarian.
Okay.
She eats fish.
Hmm.
Um, doesn't eat meat and so forth. And I always tell her that I'm a vegetarian as well and a pescatarian because I do eat chicken, but I always say that chickens are vegetarians because they only eat grass. But somehow or rather, no one buys anything I'm saying. I didn't go to school for this, so don't quote me.
Hmm.
But yeah, so she's doing a 3-day cleanse, and she
Okay.
always talks about how she feels better after she does that, and with how she's changed her diet and everything else. And I've changed a little bit. I don't eat as much beef as I used to, and so forth. And I know there's something to that because I don't feel as heavy, you know,
Hmm.
in my gut as I
Hmm.
used to.
Hmm.
More chicken, more fish, turkey, things of that nature. So, I've done some of that part that you're talking about with the nutrition. Now I'm gonna have to let Javon work a little bit on me, um, but I just don't want to be hurt. So, Javon, tell us a little bit about the the fitness side.
Well, hey, just to piggyback off of what Lexi just talked about, and she's absolutely right, right? The foundation is always and will always be nutrition first, right?
Hmm.
There's guys and women who will go in the gym and put 2 hours hardcore in the gym for months on end, and they wonder why their body isn't changing, why it's not
Right,
transforming.
right,
And the reasoning is because they're still going out to McDonald's right after they get out the gym. They're still going over there and eating, French fries and to, chicken necks and everything else. They're just getting into the stuff that does not really help conform or transform your body.
right.
So with that being said, Lexi is dead dead on the point on point with knowing and just speaking about the foundation of nutrition first, and that's how we met, honestly.
Hmm.
Now the fitness side of the house, that's where Lexi and I created this program where we're trying to teach people how to create a physique, body sculpting, to have that body nature that you're looking for, the one that you feel most confident and comfortable in your own skin, because we want you to feel confidence, right? Confidence is
Right,
everything. If you
right.
have the confidence, you can feel like you can do anything in this world when you're confident about something. Well, at least when you're confident in your own skin, how
Hmm.
you feel. So many people in America right now are not confident, just based off of their own weight, their body weight, their structure, all those things. So
Correct.
we created a program, a 30-day program initially, really, that really just kind of like gets the most basic person who's never really in the gym a clear guidance on how to start out first for 30 days. We follow with them every single week just to kind of make some changes with, before and after pictures, so we can give them a little more, so we can dive in and be a little more personable with them. That's
Okay.
the goal. And during the pandemic, with this going on, where people are not being active no more, all the gyms were shut down all across the world.
Right.
In-home workouts were starting to be like something of a thing, but most people don't like just doing something in the house, because you know this, I'm sure, Thomas. When you're in the house all the time, you get lazy. You just want to cut on Netflix and chill and order some pizza. And that's what typically most people did. So over the pandemic, it was already average. I think the average American was gained about at least 30 pounds over the pandemic time frame.
Hmm.
So that's that, COVID weight. So what we're trying to teach people from the most basic, amateurish person to get really into fitness, all the way up to the most advanced, like
Okay.
myself, 22 years in SEAL teams. I'm also a fitness enthusiast, and I'm planning on doing a program, not a program, but a competition as well. You got Lexi here. She's already done a competition, so she knows the grind of those things. So she's going to be there to help me when I go through my struggles, ups and downs of that process. So
Okay.
we just piggyback off each other. So for people going in that gain weight during the pandemic, I want you to also understand that there's a way to get you back to where you want to be. And we can start off small, and then we can kind of get you into that more advanced stage, more levels where you can be more successful in your body. And you can, for women, if you want to wear those bikinis, wear those crop tops, you can get back to doing that again. For the guys, we want to tank tops. We want to go to the beach in San Diego, especially in San Diego, right?
Right.
It's a sunny area. What we call it, sun's out, guns out, right?
That's it.
That's what you got to do. So wearing the tank tops for men, wearing the board shorts, going to the beach. When you take off your shirt, you feel confident, you feel comfortable. You don't have to feel like you got to wear a t-shirt when you get in the swimming pool, right? Because we want people to feel that way. So our whole goal is to really hit people here, get them in their minds, and then hit them in their hearts by helping them feel and look their best than they ever have. Me at 41, about to be 42 this August, right? I would say now I'm in the best shape of my life physique wise, more than I ever was before in the past, because I didn't understand nutrition as
Right.
much. So worked out hard, grinding in SEAL teams. Thomas, you know what it's like being in the military. You've already done that. You understand it.
Yes,
Uh, Remember those fitness tests we had to do every quarter?
I do. And you had to make sure you were right.
Had to make sure you were right, right? So for me, and in the SEAL teams, those tests were even more heightened. We had to even add the swimming to them. It was like doing
Right.
the end test for the SEAL teams again. Like I was trying to be a Navy SEAL. So the
Right.
test was a little bit more heightened than the common Navy personnel. So those type of things, and in the SEAL teams we got ego, right? You don't want to be the weakest person. You don't want to look like sloppy in the SEAL teams. You want to have that
Correct.
look of a Navy SEAL.
Right.
So your mindset was always stressed. Oh man, I got to hit the gym. I got to look my best. I got to be the top performer. So that's what we really want to give people a better idea and understanding. Listen, do not think that you got to be on the level of myself and Lexi. Okay, we're taking you from where you are. We're meeting people where they are, and we're taking them to where they want to be.
And I'm
And
glad
that's
you
our
said
goal.
that. Yeah, I'm so glad you said that. The one thing that I'm proud of is this April I turned 59,
Mhm,
and the one thing was probably 2020 January February or so, I was 249 pounds. I'm
mhm,
happy to say that now I'm 210 pounds. And I did that myself by just reducing the plate size. You know how you have different size plates and whatnot? What
mhm,
I looked at some things, we're doing red carpet events and everything else. And I looked at a couple of the pictures that were on there and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Who, who is that? And of
mhm,
course, my wife, I love her. You guys will love her when you meet her. She's like, well, that's you, fat boy. I was like, wait a minute. What? And if you see, and the big thing about it, what really motivated me was my wife is a New York and LA Fashion Week model. Okay. I had to make some changes. Just like you said, that ego was like, nah, I can't be doing all of this and everything else and looking all crazy. So I was happy that I was able to do that during the pandemics. But I remember being with the Marines, and back then, probably, I'm going to say 1990, 91, 92 was probably the best shape I was in because I was then with the Marines, um, and I did everything they did. And they definitely, I was in great shape. But, when you talk about wanting to sculpt and so forth, I'm just going to tell you now, that's what I need right there. That's what I got to look like. Um, and like you said, where we're at, I'm not too far from that. I'm not okay. I'm quite a ways from that. But the whole thing is, still feel that at 59, I could put on some, guns and so forth. So I definitely feel that it's never too late. And correct me if I'm wrong. It's never too late to start thinking about nutrition or fitness, correct?
Not at all. Lexi, you want to speak to that part?
Yeah, it's honestly never too late. You see, even on Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media you're on, and you see these 70, 80-year-old men and women, lifting 405 on deadlifts or, doing some crazy stuff. So it's like it's never too late. Honestly, it all just begins with starting.
Right.
That's as simple as it is. It's starting. If people want to be sedentary and they are just sitting most of the time, what do you think's going to happen? Who do you think's going to overcome? You know,
Right.
the person who's walking or the person who's sitting?
Right. Right. Well, I can't wait for you guys to get here in San Diego. It'll be, like you said, sometime in July. All right. So all of individuals that are like, wait, I gotta definitely, see about them. They'll be here in July. We are going to be in touch with them. We're going to stay in touch with them so that we know when they get here. When they get here, I will let everyone know. Um, and if you find out that they're here because you start seeing me with the guns, well, you're gonna know where those came from. I'm just saying, you're gonna know where those came from. All right. So I want you to make sure that if you're interested in getting with Jovon and Lexi, okay, so that you can see about doing what you need to do um, to get yourself in the best shape of your life. And as they said, they are not going to be stressing you out about, go, 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 go. Right? You're not going to be yelling at me and whatnot.
um,
Yeah, okay, okay. Um,
Nope, nope, not us. Not.
not all the time.
now, okay, at least she was honest. Javon, you were getting ready to play some games. She was being honest. Okay, all right. So at
Yeah,
least,
yeah.
at least I know that. But what you can do, the best way for you to reach these guys will be right there at the website elitesealfit.com. You can go to the website so you can see about consultation, to reach out to them, and they will get back with you and so forth, so that you can make sure that you start to get on with what you need to do, okay, to make sure that you are able to get in the best shape. All right. You can see those two right there. Javon there on the left, Lexi on the right. They are not playing, okay? They are the owners of Elite Seal Fit. And once again, the website is elitesealfit.com. So I want you to make sure that you reach out to them so that you can get your fit on. I'm going to put it and say it like that. All right. Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming on and being here with me today. It's great information that you gave as far as fitness and nutrition and so forth. I'm so proud to know both of you. And we will be doing some things down the road together because, as you said, you want to bring this to as many people as possible. So we got your back as far as what we can do and what we'll be able to do. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Same here. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you once again. We'll talk with you guys later.
All right. Bye bye.
Hey, everybody. So, the big thing is I always try and bring people on that are going to be an inspiration, that can help you with things that you may not be thinking you can do, but it's doable. It's possible. Okay. You can also reach me if you need to. Right below my number 619-675-6726. If you have something that you want to be on the show to let people know about and so forth and it's beneficial to people, most definitely please let me know. Okay. And then I want you to go ahead and follow me on IG at djdocSD, my email djdocSD@gmail.com, and once again, my cell, 619-675-6726. All right. I want to thank you for being here with me on Straight Talk, and we will see you guys next time. For now, take care. Peace.